We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field. Yeah, defenders have to really understand body position and where the football's coming from, and great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
Finds a man on the right, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
Soft spot in the middle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it.
There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going for the goal line. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to pound it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to power it in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The give to the tailback. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. intercepted. The defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Hilton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Brown. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. That's caught. It's Jackson. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling here out to the 35.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Quarterback adapted. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
They'll go to the ground. Got a little space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. Now the play fake. Hit as he throws. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To throw, it's Sayin. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on fourth down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Grab near the marker. It's Tate. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And an explosive play. Has him on the move. And he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Watkins. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Rush is on him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite...
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
To the air, it's Sayin. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. He'll set up to throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Snagged in the middle. It's Graham. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's why it's so important to get to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. Because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Line getting set on second down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Makes the grab, it's Jackson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 2 to Western Kentucky. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for it. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Throws to the back. That's caught. It's Jackson. There he goes. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tough sledding there as It's up 1 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. The short hands, it's Brown. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Right on the money. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the...
Turning it on! And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover.
He's loose on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Tie game, 4th quarter. You get it in the red zone, and then to have a mistake like that is devastating.
Oh, this quarterback is the leader of this team. He's expected to make better decisions than that.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The roar of the crowd trying is made. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Anderson. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. With the catch, it's Anderson. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the first down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50, and get in scoring position.
Fights off the defender.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
To the air on 2nd down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this first down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He's got it. First down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. There's the pressure. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Extending the play. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you've got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And here in the 4th quarter, still all tied up, guys.
Tie game, 2nd half, and this kicker has already missed 3 field goals. His team could have an easy, comfortable lead if he would just do his job. What's his confidence level right now?
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got room to work. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Dances away to buy time. Headed to the end zone. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.